Hi, good morning. Under GST, today we are going to discuss place of supply. Place of supply, under place of supply, three important concepts we are going to discuss. What is the location of the recipient? That is determination of location of recipient, determination of location of the supplier, and where it is supplied. That is place of supply. These three are important in place of supply. Okay. First one points to discuss is determination of place of supply of goods both in case of domestic as well as cross border transactions. Cross border transactions means it is outside India. That means export or import. That is in case of supply of goods. Determination of place of supply of services, it is services both in case of domestic as well as cross border transaction. That means we are going to determine place of supply in case of supply of goods, in case of supply of services also. Separate rules for place of supply in respect of B2B and B2C transaction. What is B2B? B2B means business to business transactions. That means the supplier is registered and the recipient is also registered. B2B means the supplier is registered and recipient is registered. Any transaction by the registered person to registered person, it is called a B2B transactions. In case of B2C transaction means business to consumer transaction. That means recipient, that means consumer is not registered. The registered person is supplying goods to unregistered person. If a person, business or registered person supply goods or services to business person or registered person, it is a B2B transaction. If a registered person supplying goods other than a registered person, that is called as a B2C transactions. So for B2B transactions, the recipient can avail input tax credit. For B2C transactions, that is consumer, he is not registered. Once he is not registered, he is not able to claim input tax credit. That is the difference between B2B and B2B. B2B means business to business, B2C means business to consumer. In B2B, the recipient is to avail input tax credit. In B2C, the consumer or the person who the recipient is not eligible to claim input tax credit. Then next one. It is important to determine the location of the service provider, location of the service receiver, place where the activity takes place or place of performance, place where the service is consumed, place or person to which or whom the actual flow benefit flows. That means we are going to determine the place, location of the recipient, location of the supplier, and the place of supply. These three are very important. Instead of all these three are very important. We have to determine the location of the recipient, location of the supplier, and a place of supply. Then one by one we are going to discuss. What is the location of the recipient? Location of the recipient of service means where a supply is received at a place for which registration has been obtained, the location of such place of business. In first case, for example, I have obtained registration in Bombay. My place of business in Bombay. I have obtained registration in Bombay. In such a case, my place of supply, my location is location of Bombay only. That means where a supply is received at a place, I have received a supply at a place of business for which I have obtained registration. I have obtained registration in Bombay. In such a case, location of such place of business. The location of recipient means location of such place of business. I have place of business in Bombay. I have obtained registration in Bombay. In such a case, location of recipient of service is Bombay only. Second case, where a supply is received at a place other than place of business for which the registration has been obtained. That is to say, fixed establishment elsewhere. The location of such establishment. That means I have obtained registration in Bombay and I have one more office in Pune. For one state, one registration is enough. That's why I have not taken registration in Pune. I have treated that is my additional place of business. I have obtained registration. I have place of business in Bombay. I have obtained registration. I have one more branch in Pune also. In such a case, what is my place of business? Where supply is received at Pune. I have obtained registration in Bombay, but I have received services at Pune. In such a case, what is the location of recipient? location of recipient means where the fixed establishment is situated. My fixed establishment is situated in Pune. That means the location of recipient here, that is Pune only. I think you understand. Next one. Where a supply is received at more than one establishment, where the place of business or fixed establishment, the location of the established is most directly concerned with the recipient of such supply. For example, I have obtained registration in Bombay. I have one more unit in Virar. I have one more unit in Pune also. That means I have received services from more than one location. In such a case, what is the location of recipient? In such a case, the place of supply is most directly concerned. That means I have received such services that is most concerned with Pune branch. In such a case, the place of supply shall be the location of recipient is Pune only. If such supply relates to the Virar, that is most concerned with the Virar only. In such a case, the location of recipient shall be the Virar only. Means where such service is most directly concerned with the recipient of such supply. Next one. In the absence of such places, the location of the usual place of residence of the recipient. If all this information is not available, then I am usually residing in Bombay, then location of recipient shall be Mumbai only. Next. The above definition relates to only service. The term location of the recipient of goods has not been defined. Actually, location of the recipient of goods is not defined. Location of the supplier of goods also not defined. Only services is defined under the GST Act. Then location of the recipient already discussed. The same way location of supplier also we are doing right now. Location of supplier or service means where a supply is made from a place of business for which registration has been obtained. The location of such place of business, same as recipient also. So recipient of service also. Where a supply is made more than from a place other than a place of business for which registration has been obtained, that is to say fixed establishment elsewhere, the location of such fixed establishment. Where a supply is made from more than one establishment, where the place of business or fixed establishment, the location of the establishment is most concerned with the provision of such supply. That means almost all it is similar to the location of the recipient of service. In the absence of such places, the location of the usual place of residence of the supplier. Since it is similar to the recipient of service, I am not giving you much replies. Then that above definition relates to only services. The term location of the recipient of goods is not defined under the Act. That means location of the recipient of goods is not defined. Again, location of the supplier of goods is not defined. Only services is defined under GST Act. And next, export of goods. What is actually export of goods? Export of goods means goods taken out of India to a place out of India. What is export of goods? Export of goods means goods taken out of India to a place outside India. That is nothing but export of goods. But export of services, they have almost 5 points. If all these 5 points satisfied, only it will be qualified as a export of services. What is the 5 point? The supplier of service is located in India. The recipient is outside India. And the place of supply shall be the place of supply such service is also outside India. And the payment for such service is received in foreign exchange or in Indian rupees if it is permitted by the RBI. The supplier of service and recipient of service are not merely establishment of distant person. That is, they are not related person. Simply export of goods means taking goods out of India to a place outside India. But export of service means the supplier of service is in India, the recipient of service is outside India, the service is outside India. That means the place of supply shall be outside India, and the payment for such service is received in convertible foreign exchange or in Indian rupees if it is permitted by the RBI. And the supplier and recipient are not related person. If all these 5 conditions are satisfied, then it will qualify as a export of services. What is import of goods? Import of goods means taking goods into India from a place outside India. What is import of goods? Taking goods into India from a place outside India. That is nothing but import of goods. Then next, what is import of services? Import of services means the supplier of service is outside India, the recipient is in India, and the place of supply is in India also. What is import of service? The supplier of service is outside India, the recipient of service is in India, and the place of supply shall be in India. This is export of goods or export of service, and import of goods and import of services. For example, one example I am taking, I think some examples. Mr. M imports electric kettles from China for her kitchen store in Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Mr. M is registered in Uttar Pradesh and the place of supply is Noida. That means we are importing the goods from a place outside India and into India. It is nothing but import of goods. Then second example, Mr. Reshmi export spices from New Delhi to London, UK. The place of supply is London. What is that word? It is a export of goods. Export of goods means taking goods out of India. This is outside, UK is outside India. That means taking good out of India from a place in India. From a place means from a place in India means New Delhi. That means it is goods exported from New Delhi to UK. It will qualify as a export of goods. And a very very important section, that is section 7 of the IGST Act. What is the section 7 of the IGST Act? Clearly defines the following transaction can be treated as a interstate supply of goods. What is interstate and intrastate? Interstate supply of goods means out of the supply of goods or service made out of the state. What is interstate? Supply of goods or services from one state to another state, from one state to another union territory, that is outside the state. What are the transactions can be considered as interstate supply? We are going to discuss right now. First one, the location of the supplier and place of supplier between. The location of supplier, place of supply should be keep in your mind, because these 2 points very important up to the total completion of this chapter. Then the location of the supplier and place of supplier between 2 different states, because I am the location of the supplier. Example, the location of supplier is in Bombay and the place of supply is Karnataka. That is between 2 different states and 2 different union territories and a state and union territory. That means the location of the supply and place of supply in 2 different states, or 1 union territory in 1 state, or 2 different union territory, it shall be treated as a supply of goods. Any supply of goods or services by one state to another state, it shall be treated as a interstate supply of goods or services. Supply of goods imported into territory of India, any goods imported, that is also qualified as a interstate supply of goods. Supply of services imported into India, any supply of services imported into India from a place outside India, it shall also qualify as a supply, interstate supply. Supply of goods or services when the supplier is located in India and the place of supply is outside India. That means supply of goods or services when the supplier located in India, he is in India, he is supplying goods or services outside India. That means export of goods. That means any export of goods also it shall qualify as a interstate sales. That is import of goods, import of services, export of goods, export of goods services is treated as a interstate supply of services or goods. And supply of goods to foreign tourist. Any foreign tourist came to India and we are supplying goods to foreign tourist, it is also treated as a interstate supply of goods. Supply of goods or services to SEZ unit or SEZ developer by SEZ unit to SEZ developer. If any supply of goods made by domestic tariff area to SEZ unit or by SEZ unit or developer to domestic tariff area, it is also considered as a interstate supply of goods or services. What is interstate supply of goods or services? Any location of supply and place of supply are in 2 different states, 2 different union territories, and in the state and union territory are import of goods, import of services, export of goods, export of services, supply of goods to any foreign tourist, and supply of goods or services to SEZ unit or SEZ developer, supply of goods or services by SEZ unit to DTA is considered as a interstate supply of goods or services. Then what is intrastate supply of goods or services? Now we are going to discuss right now. Then one more important point, if goods are imported by SEZ unit or SEZ developer for their authorized operation, that it shall be exempted from integrated tax. Any goods imported by SEZ unit or SEZ developer, only goods not services. If any goods are imported by SEZ unit or SEZ developer for their authorized operations, no GST shall be payable on such tax. Actually, IGST will be payable on such transactions, but it shall be exempted from payment of IGST, integrated tax, that is equal to IGST only. Then next one, if the location of the supply and place of supply in the same state, that means I have an office in Mumbai, I am supplying goods in Mumbai only. Or if I have okay, first I will read and I can explain. If the location of the supplier and place of supply in the same state or same union territory, then it will qualify as a intrastate supply. That means if the goods, supply of goods or services are within the same states, if the goods are supplied within the state, if the services are supplied within the same state, and if the supply of goods or services are within the same union territory, it shall be considered as a intrastate sales only. If it is outside state, it is considered as a interstate sales. If it is within the state, it will qualify as a intrastate sales only. Next point. Then place of supply, very complicated point, that is place of supply of goods other than supply of goods imported into and exported from India. That means other than export and import, we are going to determine the place of supply. What is the place of supply other than imports and exports? We are going to discuss, that is section 10 of the IGST Act, where the supply involves movement of goods whether by the supplier or by the recipient or any other person. The place of supply shall be the place of supply shall be the place of supply such goods shall be the location of the goods at the time at which the movement of goods terminates for delivery to the recipients. That means a machinery manufacturing company supply machinery to another state. What is the place of supply? For example, machinery manufacturing company located in Delhi, they are supplying goods to Bengaluru. In such a case, the place of supply, what is the place of supply? Place of supply shall be the location where the goods are terminate for delivery. Where the goods are terminate for delivery? The goods are delivered to the recipient. What is the place? The place is Karnataka. So in such a case, what is the place of supply? Place of supply shall be the location where the goods are terminates for delivery to the recipient. That is, place of supply shall be the recipient place only. Where the supply involves movement of goods, in such a case the place of supply shall be the recipient's place only. Okay. Then second case, where the goods are delivered by the recipient, by the supplier to the recipient on any other person on the directions of third person, whether acting as an agent or otherwise, before or during the movement of goods, either by way of transfer of documents of title to the goods or otherwise, it shall be deemed to that the said third person has received such goods, and the place of supply shall be the principal place of business of such third person. It is built to ship to model. I can explain clearly. If A is located in Delhi, then B is asking to A to supply goods to Mr. C, who is located in Bombay. Understand? A is located in Delhi and B is located in Hyderabad. B asking A to supply goods to Mr. C, who is located in Bangalore. In such a case, B is located in Hyderabad only. A is supplying goods. Even A is supplying goods to Mr. C, it is deemed to be accepted. It is deemed to be said that the goods has been received by Mr. B only. Understand or not? I can explain again. A is a place of business in Bombay, B has a place of business in Hyderabad, C has a place of business in Bangalore. B of Hyderabad has asked to Mr. A to supply goods directly to Mr. C. In such a case, what is the place of supply? Even the goods are supplied by Mr. A to Mr. C, that is Karnataka. What is the place of business means the place of business of third person. Who is on which direction or whose direction the goods is supplied? B of Hyderabad's directions, Mr. A has supplied such goods to Karnataka. In such a case, the place of supply shall be the place of the principal place of business of third person. The third person means Hyderabad. On whose direction the goods is delivered, then the place of supply of such third person, that is Hyderabad. I think you understand build to ship model. I can give better idea once we are doing some problems. You can have good idea. A is supplying goods to Mr. C on behalf of B. In such a case, the place of supply shall be the B's place of supply only. B's place only, it shall be treated as a place of supply. Where the supply does not involve movement of goods, whether by the recipient or supplier, the place of supply shall be the location where such goods are goods at the time of delivery to the recipient. For example, one generator has given rent to Mr. B. After some time, he is selling the same machinery to such person only. In such a place, what is the place of supply? Place of supply shall be the location of such goods at the time of delivery to the recipient. At the time of delivery to the recipient, what is the place of supply? That shall be the place where that shall be the location of such goods only. Understand? I can repeat. In problems, you can better understanding. Once I see some problems, you can have good idea. Where the goods are assembled or installed at sites, the place of supply shall be the location of such installation or assembly. For example, one machinery is there. One machinery is purchased by Mr. D of Delhi, but the assembly is at Hyderabad. But where is the place of supply? Even though H of Hyderabad is the place of recipient is Hyderabad, but the what is that one? Installation happened in some other place. So in such a case, place of supply shall be the where such machinery is installed, where such unit is installed, where such assembling is done. That is the place of supply only. Next one, where the goods are supplied on a board, conveyance, including vessel, aircraft, train, or motor vehicle, the place of supply shall be the location at which such goods are taken on boards. Suppose in flight, they are selling some goods or anything. They are selling some what is that one? One chocolate packet they are selling. What is the place of supply? Because it in flight, the flight will start from Hyderabad. After Hyderabad to Chennai. After Hyderabad to Chennai. After Chennai to it will go to Goa. In such a case, what is the place of supply? Place of supply shall be the location where such goods are taken on board. With the flight start from Hyderabad to Chennai, Chennai to Goa. Hyderabad to, if the goods taken on Chennai and the goods are sold on board. In such a case, the place of supply shall be the place where such goods are taken on board. Where such goods are taken on board? Such goods are taken on board in Chennai. So therefore, the place of supply shall be the Chennai only. Where the place of supply of goods cannot be determined, the place of supply shall be determined in such manner as may be prescribed. That means, if in all these cases, if the place of supply is not determined, it shall be determined in such manner as may be prescribed. That we are going to discuss. And place of supply of goods imported or exported. In case of that is place of supply in case of exports or imports. In case of exports means what is exports? Goods taken out of India to a place outside India. That means place of supply is outside India. In case of import of goods, Import of goods taken into India from a place outside India. That means in case of import, the place of supply shall be the location of the importer. In case of export, the place of supply shall be the location outside India. That we are discussing right now. In case of imported into India shall be the location of the importer. In case of exported from India shall be the location of the. In case of import, the importation, what is the place of supply? Place of supply shall be the location of the import. In case of export of goods, location outside India. Outside India means you are not liable to pay tax. For imports, it is a location within India. For exports, it is out of India. The place of supply. For example, Mr. A of Nashik, Maharashtra sells 10 refrigerators to Mr. B of Pune. Maharashtra for delivery at B's place of business in Pune. The place of supply is in Pune in Maharashtra. Okay. What is the location of supplier? The location of supplier is A. Mr. A is the supplier. What is his location? His location is Maharashtra. What is where he has supplied? He is supplied to B's place, that is also in Pune. So Pune also is in Maharashtra state. Therefore, place of supply is Maharashtra, Pune. Location of supplier and place of supply are within the same state. Therefore, it is treated as a intrastate supply. Second example. Mr. A of Nashik, Maharashtra sells 20 refrigerators to C of Ahmedabad, Gujarat. So Gujarat for delivery at Mr. C's place of business in Gujarat. The place of supply is in Gujarat. Okay. It means that the supply involves movement of goods. Once the supply involves movement of goods, the place of supply shall be the recipient place only. So who is the supplier? The supplier is here. What is his location? Maharashtra. So location of supplier is Maharashtra. Who is the recipient? C. And where the goods are delivered? The goods are delivered to Gujarat. Therefore, place of supply is Gujarat. So location of supplier is Maharashtra. Place of supply is Gujarat. In such a case, location of supplier and place of supply are in two different states. Therefore, it shall be treated as a interstate supply. Next. Mr. X, a supplier registered in Uttar Pradesh having a place of business in Noida, okay, and asked Mr. Y of Ahmedabad, Gujarat, to deliver 50 missions to his buyer at Mr. Z at Jaipur. This is a bill to ship model. In this case, two suppliers are involved. One between X and Z, and the other between Y and X. Okay. Who is the supplier here? Mr. X is the supplier. And here Mr. X is supplying goods to Mr. Z on behalf of Mr. Y. Who is supplying goods to whom? Mr. X is supplying goods to Mr. Z. Even though goods supplied to Mr. Z, it is deemed to be supply. It is treated that supplies is made to Mr. Y only. Therefore, the place of supply is Gujarat only. Even if the goods are supplied by any person on direction of some other person to any other person, in such a case, the place of supply shall be the place of the principal place of business of Mr. third person. That is Mr. Y. That means location of supplier is Mr. X, then place of supply is Mr. Y. Why? Because it is Mr. Y is a third person. He is asking Mr. X to supply goods to Mr. Z. Mr. X is raising bill to Mr. Y only, not Mr. Z. In such a case, place of supply shall be the principal place of business of third person, that is Mr. Y. Therefore, location of the supplier is Uttar Pradesh and place of supply is in Ahmedabad. So, location of supplier and place of supply are two different states. Therefore, it shall be treated as a interstate supply. Next. XZ Limited Mumbai, Maharashtra opens a branch office in Gurugram, Haryana. It purchases a building for office from KTS Builders. It also enters into a separate contract with KTS Builders Hyderabad for purchase of pre-installed furniture and fixtures in the building. Though there will be no GST liability on purchase of building, office furniture and fixtures will be liable to be GST. Since there is no movement of furniture and fixtures, the place of supply of such goods is their location at the time of delivery to the recipient. In peace, The supply involves the supply does not involve movement of goods. In such a case, the place of supply shall be the location at the goods location of such goods at the time of delivery to the recipient. The furniture is fitted on the ground. So where it is installed? It is installed at Gurugram only. So therefore place of supply will be Gurugram only. It is related to supply does not involve movement of goods. In such a case, place where the goods are delivered to the recipient. The goods are delivered to the recipient at Gurugram, and the location of supplier is Maharashtra. Therefore, location of supplier and place of supply are in two different states. Then it is considered as a interstate supply. Then Mr. A New Delhi purchased a mission from Mr. B New Delhi. Okay. For being it is installed in Noida, Uttar Pradesh. The place of supply is in the state it which such mission is installed Noida. Okay. Who is supplier? Supplier is Mr. A. Who is the recipient? Mr. B is New Delhi. Both are in New Delhi. Who is then what is the location of the supplier? Location of supplier is A. And this activity relating to installation of machinery. Once the machinery is installed, what is the place of supply? The place of supply shall be the where the machine is installed. Where the machine is installed? In Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Therefore, place of supply is Uttar Pradesh. In such a case, the location of supplier in Delhi, the place of supply is Uttar Pradesh. That is in two different states. Therefore, location of supply, place of supply are in two different states. Therefore, it is treated as a interstate supply. Next, Pure Refineries Mumbai, Maharashtra gives a contract to PQ Limited, Ranchi, Jharkhand to assemble a power plant in Kutch, Gujarat refinery. The place of supply is the site of assembly of power plant Kutch, even though Pure Refinery is located in Maharashtra. Then, who is providing service to whom? Pure Refineries give a contract to PQ Limited. That is, PQ Limited is a supplier. He is providing services to Pure Refineries. So, PQ Limited is providing services. It is relating to assembling a power plant. In this case, the place of supply shall be the where the power plant is installed. Where the power plant is installed? The power plant is installed in Gujarat. Even though recipient is in Mumbai, the place of supply shall be the where the machine is installed. The power plant is assembled at Kutch. Therefore, the place of supply shall be the Kutch, Gujarat, and the location of supply is Ranchi, Jharkhand. These are two different states. Once there are two different states, it is treated as a interstate supply. Last example for this concept, Mr. X New Delhi boards the New Delhi Kota train in New Delhi. He sells goods taken on boards in the train at Jaipur during the journey. Then it is a place of supply in relation to goods taken on board. Who is the supplier? Mr. X is the supplier. What is his location? Location of supplier is New Delhi. Okay. And where the goods are sold? The goods taken on boards in the train at Jaipur during the supply. Location of supplier is Delhi. The place of supply such goods shall be the location where the goods are taken on the boards. Where the goods taken on the boards? The goods taken on the board at Jaipur. The goods taken on board in the train at Jaipur during the journey. Therefore, the place of supply shall be the Jaipur. The location of supplier is New Delhi. The place of supply is Jaipur. Therefore, it is considered as interstate supply. Next, section 12. Previously we had discussed place of supply of goods. Here, place of supply of services where the location of the recipient and the location of supplier is in India. Both recipient and supplier is in India. Section 12 will apply. Section 13 will apply when supplier or recipient is outside India. But here section 12 is determination of place of supply where the recipient or supplier are in India. Then first category, in that first category, general provision. In case of place of supply of service, in case of general provision, what is the place of supply? In case if it is supplied between B2B, that is supplied by registered person to registered person, the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. In case of B2C, the registered person supplying goods to unregistered person, in such a case, the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient if the address is available on the records of the supplier. That means a shopkeeper, that is if any, I am providing auditing services, that I am the supplier, and I have done some work for some recipient. If I don't have any address of the recipient, my place of supply shall be the location of the supplier. If I have some address on the recipient, then the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. In case of B2B service, if I am an auditor, I am providing service to XYZ Limited. In such a case, what is the place of supply? Place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. He is registered, his place, recipient place of business. In case of B2C, what is the place of supply? Place of supply shall be the location of the recipient if address is available on the records of the supplier. If the address is not available, then the place of supply shall be the location of the supplier. Second category. The services relating to immovable property are boat or vessels. That means any services relating to immovable property, like including service by way of architect, engineers, surveyors, interior decorators, real estate agents, and second one by way of lodging accommodation. I am booking lodging accommodation in a hotel. Services by way of providing services relating to accommodation in a hotel, guest house, homestay, club, or anything. And third one, by accommodation in any immovable property for organizing any marriage, for organizing any reception, or any official programs. All these things, and any ancillary service for these three also. What is the place of supply? Place of supply shall be the location where it is located. The place of supply shall be the location where it is. The place of supply shall be the location at which the immovable property or boat or vessel is located. In case of immovable property relating to service by real estate agents, architects, engineers, interior decorators, and service by way of accommodation in hotels, inns, homestays, service by way of accommodation in relating to immovable property for organization of any marriage, functions, receptions, or official meetings, or any ancillary service of these three. The place of supply shall be the place where the immovable property or boat or vessel is located. And in case if the property is located outside India, then the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. If the place of supply, actually the place of supply will be where it is located. If the place of supply is outside India, then the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. And one more important, if the where the services relating more than one state, if the services relating to more than one state, then the value shall be in proportion to the value rendered as per the agreement or contract. That I can read right now. Provided if the location of the immovable property or boat or vessel is located or intended to be located outside India, the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. Where the immovable property or boat or vessel is located in more than one state or union territory, the supply services shall be treated as made in each of our respective states or union territories in proportion to the value for services separately collected or determined in terms of the contract or agreement entered into this regard, or in the absence of such agreement or contract or such other basis as may be prescribed. Understand? If the property is it is relating to immovable property, so place of supply shall be the location where the immovable property is located. If the immovable property is located outside India, then the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. Then immovable property is located more than one state or union territory. In such a case, the value shall supply shall be as per the agreement or a contract. If in the absence of such agreement or contract, it shall be determined in such manner as may be prescribed. Then third category. In third category, the place in case of restaurant and catering services, personal grooming, fitness, beauty treatment, health service, including cosmetic and plastic surgery. All these services, what is the place of supply? Place of supply shall be the location where services actually performed. Suppose Shah Rukh Khan is there. She is a film actor. Shah Rukh Khan is based out of Mumbai. He came to Hyderabad for some cosmetic surgery or plastic surgery. In such a case, what is the place of supply? Place where it is actually performed. It is performed in Hyderabad, therefore the place of supply is in Hyderabad only. One more example, XYZ company located in Delhi, they are giving contracts, restaurants and catering service contract to Mr. Y, who is located in Hyderabad, but such services has to provided in Bombay. In such a case, the place of supply shall be Bombay. That means place where the services are actually performed. That means restaurant, catering service, personal grooming, fitness, beauty treatment, health services, cosmetic surgery, plastic surgery. All these cases, the place of supply shall be the place where these services are actually performed. Then next, in case of place of supply related to training and performance services, the place of supply services in relation to training and performance appraisal to any, if it is a B2 to a registered person shall be the location of such person. If it is a B2B, the place of supply shall be the location of such recipient. In case other than registered person shall be the location where the services actually performed. I can give you with better understanding. For example, XYZ company located in Hyderabad, they are appointing Infosys company to provide training to their employees who are located in Chennai. In Chennai, even though XYZ company Hyderabad is located, they are a registered person. In such a case, Infosys is providing services to XYZ company Hyderabad. Such company is also registered. In such a case, the place of supply shall be the location of such recipient. Who is the recipient? Hyderabad is the recipient. Therefore, place of supply shall be the Hyderabad. In case XYZ is not registered, Infosys is providing training to the employees of XYZ, but training is held in Delhi. In such a case, the place of supply shall be the location where such services actually performed. Such services is performed in Delhi. Therefore, the place of supply shall be Delhi. In case of B2B services, the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. In case of B2C services, the place of supply shall be the location where the services actually performed. Okay. Next, admission to event. Admission to event. The place of supply service provided by way of admission to cultural, artistic, sporting, scientific, educational, entertainment event, amusement park, or any other place or services ancillary to. This shall be the place where the event actually held. IPL company. Suppose the IPL is selling tickets. IPL is located in Bombay, but they are selling tickets for admission of some cricket 2020, which is held in Hyderabad. So, what is the place of supply? The place of supply shall be the Hyderabad only, because the admission to event in Hyderabad only. The event is in Hyderabad. The admission to event is also in Hyderabad. So, in such a case, where the event is actually held, the event is actually held in Hyderabad. So, the place of supply shall be in Hyderabad only. Next, organization of event. Previously, we had discussed about admission of an event. It is organization of event. Organization of event, ancillary services and sponsorship. Organization of a cultural, artistic, sporting, scientific, educational or entertainment event, including the supply of services in relation to a conference, fair, exhibition, celebration or similar events. And services ancillary to the organization of any events or services referred to in clause A. Clause A means this one. Or assigning a sponsorship to such events. In case if it is provided to B2B, it shall be the location of the recipient. In case the services is provided B2C, in such a case where the event is actually held. And if the event is held outside India, the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. I can give better example. Shah Rukh Khan is appointing Mr. X. Shah Rukh Khan is appointing Mr. XYZ, Mrs. XYZ company to organize his son's marriage, which is held in Hyderabad. Shah Rukh Khan is based at Bombay. He is asking Mr. XYZ company to provide his son's marriage event, which is held in Hyderabad. In such a case, if Shah Rukh Khan is registered, in such a case, if the Shah Rukh Khan is registered, it is a B2B service. In case of B2B services, location of the recipient. Who is recipient? Shah Rukh Khan is receiving the services. In such a case, Shah Rukh Khan is residing in Bombay. Therefore, the place of supply shall be Bombay only. Then, if the Shah Rukh Khan is not registered, the event is actually held. Where the event is actually held? If the event is held in Hyderabad, the place of supply shall be in Hyderabad only. Suppose if the event is held outside India, Shah Rukh Khan is engaged XYZ company to organize his son marriage, which is held in Dubai. Then in such a case, actually in previous within India, the place of supply shall be where the event is held, but the event is held is outside India. In such a case also, the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient, that is in Bombay. If it is registered, it is location of the recipient. If it is not registered, where the event is held. If the event is held outside India, then in such a case the place of supply shall be the location of recipient. I understand, I think. Next. And services by way of transportation of goods, including mail or courier. This is transportation of goods including mail or courier. What is the place of supply? In case such services are provided to a registered person, that is B2B, the location of such person. Case of the services are provided to B2B, the location of the recipient. If the if the services provided by B2C, if the services is B2C, in such a case, where the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. If it is a B2B, the place of the location of the recipient. If it is a B2C, the place where the goods are handed over for transportation. Provided that where the transportation of goods is to a place outside India. If the transportation of goods is outside India, then the place of supply shall be the destination of such goods. If it is a transportation of goods, if it is a B2B, then is the location of the recipient. If it is a B2C, location where the goods are handed over for transportation. If the place is where the transportation of goods to a place outside India, then the place of supply shall be the place of destination of such goods. This is for transportation of goods. Then transportation of passengers. If it is a passenger transportation service. If it is a B2B service, location of the recipient. For transportation of services, if it is a B2B, it is a place of the supply shall be the location of the service recipient. If it is a B2C, means other than registered person, the place of supply shall be the where the passenger embarks on the conveyance for a continuous journey. Embarks means enters into the conveyance. If for a transportation of passenger transportation service, if it is a B2B, location of the recipient. If it is a B2C, location where the passenger embarks into a conveyance. Next. Provided where the right to passage is given for future use and the point embarkation is not known at the time of issue of right to passage, the place of supply such service shall be determined in accordance with the provisions of subsection 2. That means Air India is selling 10 tickets for 1 lakh in domestic travels for 10 transactions. If you go anywhere in India, I will give you 10 tickets. If you go anywhere in India, you can use these 10 tickets only for 1 lakh. At that time, embarkation is not known. At the time of giving tickets, the embarkation is, the place of supply is not known. In such a case, the place of supply shall be known at the time of journey only. Got my point? Okay. That means place of supply shall be known once the such passenger enters into the conveyance only. Explanation. For the purpose of this section, the return journey shall be treated as a separate journey, even if the right to passes onward and return journey is issued at the same time. For example, I go to Hyderabad. I had taken a ticket Hyderabad to Mumbai, Hyderabad to Mumbai, Mumbai to Hyderabad, one ticket only. For onward and return ticket, I had taken one ticket for total journey. Hyderabad to Mumbai, Mumbai to Hyderabad. It's but the flight airlines has given one ticket at onward and return journey. But for the purpose of determination of GST, it shall be treated as a two journeys. One from Hyderabad to Mumbai. Second one is Mumbai to Hyderabad. For Hyderabad to Mumbai, where he embarks, where he enters into conveyance. From Hyderabad to Mumbai, he enters into Hyderabad only. So the place of supply shall be Hyderabad. For Mumbai to Hyderabad, he enters into the conveyance in Mumbai only. In such a case, the place of supply shall be Mumbai only. Then, ninth. The place of services by way of the place of supply service onboard conveyance, including vessel, aircraft, train, motor vehicle, shall be the location at the first scheduled point of departure. In case services on board conveyance, in case of any service supplied on board conveyance, including a vessel, aircraft, train, motor vehicle, the place of supply shall be the location of the first departure point of that conveyance. Suppose I enters into the flight, I want to see some videos there itself, in flight itself. Then they have provided some video games or something like that. So what is the place of supply here? The place of supply shall be the first scheduled point of departure of that conveyance. Suppose Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi. One train is Hyderabad to Chennai, Chennai to Delhi. Hyderabad, I have entered in Chennai. Not in Hyderabad, Hyderabad to Mumbai, but Hyderabad to Chennai, Chennai to Delhi. In Chennai, I enter into the conveyance, but I purchased a video game. In such a case, what is the first place of supply? First supply shall be first scheduled point of departure. What is the first scheduled point of departure? Hyderabad to Chennai, Chennai to Delhi. That means first scheduled point of departure is Hyderabad. Therefore, the place of supply shall be the first scheduled point of departure. In case of supply of goods, what is that one? In case of it is a service. For service, it is a first scheduled point of departure. In case of goods also, what is then the goods taken on the boats? Where the goods taken on the boats? In case of supply of goods on board conveyance, that means where the goods are taken on the boats. The place of supply means where the goods are taken on the board. In case of supply of goods, the place of supply shall be the first scheduled point of departure. Up to 9 category, we can revise once. In case of general person, in case of B2B, the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. In case of B2C, if the address is available, the recipient address is available on the records of the supplier, then the location of the recipient. If the address is not available, then the location of the supplier. Second one, the services relating to immovable property and hotels. And third one, conduct of marriage relating to immovable property. And if the immovable property is located in India, the place of supply shall be where the immovable property is located, or boat is located, or vessel is located. If the immovable property is located outside India, then the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. And if the immovable property is located in more than one state, the value of supply shall be determined according to the agreement or a contract. In the absence of such agreement, it shall be calculated in some manner as may be prescribed. Then, third one, what is that? Personal grooming, health services, restaurant food services, and catering, beauty treatment, plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery. In all these cases, place where the event is held. Yeah. Then fourth one, admission to event. Training and performance appraisal. In case of training and performance appraisal, if it is a B2B service, location of the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. In case of it is a B2C services, location where the services actually performed. Then next category, admission to event. Admission to event, the place where the event is actually located or the where the park is located. Organization of event. Organization of event, if it is a B2B, location of the recipient. If it is a B2C, location where the event is actually held. If the event is located outside India, then the location of the recipient. Then admission to event also we have completed. Next, what is that one? Organization also we have completed. I think location only, organization. Yeah, admission we have completed, and organization of event also we have completed. Then transportation of goods. In case of transportation of goods, if it is a B2B, location of the recipient. In case of B2C, location where the goods are handed over for transportation. Where the transportation of goods is to a place outside India, then the place of supply shall be the destination of such goods. In case of passenger transportation service, if it is a B2B, location of the services. In case of it is a B2C, person where he embarks into the conveys, that means where he enters into the conveys, that is passenger. In case of transportation of goods including mail or courier, if it is a B2B, location of the recipient. If it is a B2C, the location where the goods are handed over for transportation. For passenger transportation services, if it is a B2B, location of the recipient. If it is B2C, location where the passenger embarks into the conveyance. For return and outward journey shall be considered as a one journey for the airlines purpose. For the purpose of GST for determination of place of supply, return journey and outward journey shall be considered as a separate journeys. And last one, what is that one we have discussed right today? The place of supply service on board conveys including vessel, aircraft, train or motor vehicle. The place of supply shall be the first scheduled point of departure. In case of goods, the boats taken conveys. In case of supply, the first scheduled point of departure. In case of services, the first scheduled point of departure of that conveyance. In case of goods, where the goods are taken on the boats. Where the goods are taken on board in a train, motor vehicle, vessel or aircraft. That is that. There ends today's chapter. Tomorrow we will continue from category 10 onwards. Under what is that one? Place of supply. Thank you.